Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, without a doubt, has the most transformations that you can use in any Dragon Ball game released. However, although we have all of these transformations, there are definitely a few that are missing that many fans want from this game. So in this video, I'm going to go over some of the transformations that I think Xenoverse 2 needs for the CAC. If you are new here, then do please go down and give me a huge subscribe and a like. It does help out a lot, or you could just stick around. Now first up, I'm going to start off really small, but this is the transformation that I have wanted for so many years that it's gotten to the point that I feel like I'm above Unk status while waiting for this form. For the sake of this video, I'm going to say this transformation can be used on humans and Saiyans, although it's technically only usable on Saiyans, and that is none other than Super Kaio-Ken. Some of you might go that this form isn't canon, but realistically, does it matter? Does it matter whatsoever? We have the Super Saiyan 4 Gokus and Vegetas in the character roster, so it's fine. So of course, for the Saiyan side of Super Kaio-Ken, we, our CAC, would of course go into Super Saiyan and then get the red Kaio-Ken aura above that. There was a glitch a few years ago that actually allowed you to go Super Kaio-Ken, but not like officially, and maybe we could have something similar to that, or maybe something modded. And then for the human side of Super Kaio-Ken, I think we just get like Super Saiyan hair, but it stays black maybe, or maybe we like tap into Beast when we're going into Super Kaio-Ken for the humans. Again, I don't really know what these stats would be. I'd put it in between Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 1 probably, but we're going like design based on what forms we want in this video, so we're not going into like how much does this multiply, what ki blast damage does it do, what attack damage does it do. And yeah, we have Pikkon in the game, and of course we obviously have Super Saiyan Goku, so there's no reason why we couldn't get an official Super Kaio-Ken outside of glitches and of course mods. Maybe you could even stack Super Kaio-Ken on top of the regular Kaio-Ken form. As of right now in the base game of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, we have Kaio-Ken like the base, we have ×3 Kaio-Ken, and of course ×20 Kaio-Ken. For my second form, I want to stay with the Kaio-Ken theme, and it really only makes sense that these two come together at the same time in an update, and that is of course Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken. However, this one would genuinely be Saiyan only. We have Vegeta's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolution. Wow, what an awful name. And we also have the regular Super Saiyan Blue. So why do we not have Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken, Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken ×10, and of course ×20? It only makes sense to sort of bundle these two together as they are both Kaio-Ken, and that would also then complete the Super Saiyan Blue lineup that we have in the Dragon Ball Super anime. And again, it's already in the game, it's already on Super Saiyan Blue Goku in his presets. So again, there's no reason that they couldn't add this. And since we're talking about base game Xenoverse here, the hair wouldn't change. Like, it's simply just an aura and hair color change. It's so easy to add, and there's so many mods out there that allow you to do it already. So what's holding you back, Bandai and Dimps? What's holding you back, huh? The breakers? You're supporting breakers? Oh, don't be kidding yourself now.
Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god!
Now next up, I think we need more Majin transformations, alright? As all of you know, the only Majin transformation we have, I guess, is Purification. This allows your Majin CAC, whether that be the fat Majin Buu or the female Majin, and this allows them to transform into Kid Buu. Yeah, literally Kid Buu. Like, it's not a special design, it's literally a different color palette Kid Buu, and you get all his moves and all his animations. That's it. So either for Purification, I want it to be added / reworked into something else, or you can make this transformation a separate move, and that is starting off with your CAC, then you go to Evil Buu, Super Buu, then maybe you could transform into another form of Super Buu, depending on what characters you have on the field, and then you can go Kid Buu. But I would also like to keep our preset that we've chosen, like our skills, but of course change the combos, right? If this is the route they want to go with Purification in DBX V2, then it only makes sense to have Evil Buu, Super Buu, and whatever equivalent to Buhan and Butenks there is. But that's just my opinion. I really do feel like Majins are definitely the most forgotten about race, because no one really makes Majins that often. It's always a Saiyan, Frieza Race, or a human. I don't even see Namekians that much. Of course, there isn't all that lot you can do with Majins, so we're going to quickly move on to the Namekian. And thank you to Dragon Ball Super Superhero, we now have 2 more forms that we can now give to the Namekians. Of course, that would be Power Awakened, which I guess is kind of Potential Unleashed, right? But this would work slightly differently, and none other than Orange Piccolo. So Power Awakened, it would make whatever skin color you chose for your Namekian turn slightly more pale. And of course, the black lines on the arms and legs would also disappear when you enter the Power Awakened state. These CAC transformations for the Namekians would give the Namekians purpose to be used, because if somehow you're new to Xenoverse 2 and you have knowledge of the game, there's not really any reason to make your CAC any race other than a Saiyan, because they have the most replayability with all of their transformations. Of course, with Power Awakened Piccolo comes Orange Piccolo, right? And it's no secret that Dimp/Bandai completely fumbled Orange Piccolo in his DLC for Superhero. He was very underwhelming, and this was his debut game, okay? This was his debut game to come out and be playable, and he sucks. Okay, he sucks. I don't care what anyone says. Orange Piccolo, straight buns, alright? So I'm going to go in with this one, you know? Orange Piccolo, give us a custom moveset. Let us change our skills if we want. Heighten us, okay? Don't just do a color palette change, alright? Heighten us a little bit, just like Orange Piccolo did. And also give us the orange like aura too. And if that's all they do, if that is all they do for the Orange Piccolo transformation, I will be happy. I will be fine. Of course, you can just call it orange, alright? Because Beast Gohan is just called Beast. Alright, so just call this Orange or Demon Namekian. I don't know. Now, bringing it back to the most obvious forms that the Frieza race has been wanting is, of course, Frieza first form / suppressed, Frieza second, third, and of course, final. So we already have the Golden Frieza transformation, which means final form would obviously make the most sense. Of course, we have mods that allow you to turn into second and third form. Whether I put footage of that on the screen, I don't know. But come on, if you're doing Orange Piccolo like I suggested for the Namekians with making it heighter, there is no single reason that you can't give us second form Frieza at least. And if you are that lazy, you know, if you love eating Doritos and sitting in a chair laughing at your player base, then just give us the Frieza forms at this rate. Just do what you did for the purification skill with Kid Buu. Just give us something. You have second form Frieza model in Breakers. You have the third Frieza form model in Breakers. There is no reason whatsoever that you can't just port it. There is an amazing, just incredible mod for Xenoverse 2 that has ported the Breakers assets for DBS Broly and made it a playable character. And it is the most fun I've had with a Broly character since Sparking Zero dropped, before the patches. Just give us the Frieza Race lineup for transformations, please. That's all I ask. Of course, there's not a lot I can say about the humans. Like, yes, they really do need a transformation so desperately, because all they have is Power Pole Pro, but at the same time, you can't really give them anything else. So we're gonna wrap it back to the Saiyan, like always. So without a doubt, this transformation has been wanted ever since Xenoverse 2 came out. Ever since Xenoverse 1 came out. And it is none other than Super Saiyan 4. But hear me out, okay? Just hear me out. Super Saiyan 4 will come with 2 designs. 2 for male and 2 for female. And this is, without a doubt, GT Super Saiyan 4 with the black hair and the red hair. And Daima with the full red Super Saiyan 4. Again, we already have animated tails in Xenoverse 2 for the Frieza Race, the genuine Super Saiyan 4s that are in the character roster. So if Dimps get off their chair and stop eating their Doritos, they could easily make a Super Saiyan 4. And with the hair change, again, if you want to be lazy, just give us Goku's Super Saiyan 4 hair from GT, or Vegeta's Super Saiyan 4 hair from GT. Maybe males get Vegeta's hair and females get Goku's hair. Something. Please, I need this form. I need Super Saiyan 4. Please. That's all I'm asking. Please give it to me before I die. Please. please, okay? Why am I so passionate about that? I don't know. But Super Saiyan 4 is just fire in every single way. Like, it's one of my favorite transformations ever. And so, I know so many people have been asking for this. And of course, with the release of Dragon Ball Daima, you could easily just give us 2 variants of that Super Saiyan 4. So I guess the names would just be Super Saiyan 4 bracket GT and then Super Saiyan 4 brackets Daima. But it would be fire. Now we're going to wrap it back to the Super Saiyan Blue trilogy of transformation. If we have, at this point, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, and if they were to add Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken, please give us Super Saiyan Rosé. Please. I love Super Saiyan Rosé 10 times more than I love Super Saiyan Blue. If you watch this video on the screen here, then you will know my thoughts about Super Saiyan Blue as a transformation in general. But again, Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Rosé are technically the exact same in terms of design. It's just a color palette swap. Give us a little more of a divine, evil-like aura wrapped in the pink for Super Saiyan Rosé, and boom, you're done. That's all you need to do. And if you want to take that a bit further, say this was the last transformation the Saiyans were ever gonna get, give us a moveset change with the Keyblades that Goku Black and Zamasu used. I think that would just be really cool, okay? Like, come on, Super Saiyan Rosé, it's just sick, bro. Like, it's so cool. And of course, this can go for humans as well with this last one, but we already have Ultra Instinct / Mastered Ultra Instinct inside of Xenoverse 2, so you might as well just give us UI Sign / UI Omen as well. Like, it's right there, it's in the game, the aura's in the game, because as you know, they released Ultra Instinct Goku again in his Omen form. So just give us that aura, some of the moveset, boom, you're done, okay? And of course, this being Ultra Instinct, it can work on Saiyans, Earthlings, Frieza Race, Nameks, and Majins. So please, Dimps, it's not hard to add these transformations. The hardest one here would probably be Orange Piccolo and Second Form Frieza because of the height. Other than that, you can do all of these. You have all of these assets already in the game for other characters, so just port it to our CAC. And for the Breakers assets, I know for a fact you can access these in Xenoverse 2, thanks to this amazing, beautifully made DBS Broly mod. There is no excuse. And if you're not going to release a Xenoverse 3 anytime soon, you might as well just go all out on Xenoverse 2. Now my honourable mentions are already in the game, so I'm going to go over these quickly, and that would be Pure Progress from Hit, where he gets stronger with his time skip attacks. Supersonic mode from the DLC character Dispo, I think would be really cool to see, and if you really wanted to lock that to a race, you could. And of course, Super Villainous mode. I think Super Villainous mode should have been in the base game as it is. Like, so many characters use this in the story and parallel quests. There's no reason why our CACs can't. But that's all. Do go down in the comments and let me know what transformations you would like. I tried not to include any manga transformations inside of this video because we all know Dragon Ball games can't include manga transformations and story points. Also, while you're down there, please do consider giving me a like and a subscribe, as it helps out a lot, and it is free, so you could just unsub later, I guess. And I will see you whenever I upload next.
Give me Super Saiyan 4, please, bro. Give me Super Saiyan 4.